but I will try to show you the most interesting part. Dorsally, these are inferior part of the medulla will find these are gracile tubercles, ciliated tubercles. Here we'll find olives, and here. There are 4 types of the gray matter in the medulla. 4 groups of nuclei. First group of nuclei, it is reticular nuclei, which are present in all the brainstem. It's quite. Second one, it is olivary nuclei, which are located in the olives. They are connected to the red nuclei, to the vestibular nuclei, to the dentate nuclei of the cerebellum part of, and also they give origin to the oliospinal tract, which go to the spinal cord. It is one of the extrapyramidal nuclei, which is responsible for balance and muscle tone. Also, we have nuclei of, so these are 2 groups, reticular nuclei, olivary nuclei, then we will find nuclei of cranial nerves from 9th to 12th pairs. Most of them are located above this level, that's why we can see them here, because I draw you here, this cut, and this section, and most of the nuclei of cranial nerves, they are located here, a bit above this level. And in these tubercles, we'll find gracile nucleus and cuniate nucleus. They have second-order neurons of conscious proprioceptive tracts. So, for fasciculus gracilis and fasciculus cuneatus, they terminate in these nuclei. And then from these nuclei, neurons of these nuclei, they form 2 types of fibers. 80% of these fibers, they move ventrally, decussate in the area between the olives. They are called internal arcuate fibers, and they form medial lemniscus, or the bulbothalamic tract, which move upwards through the pons and midbrain to the lateral part of the thalamus, where it meets third-order neurons of this pathway. And least part of fibers, they move around the olive, form bulbocerebellar tract, which moves through the inferior cerebellar peduncles into the cerebellum. Questions right now? Okay. So, ascending tracts. First of all, we have some bulbothalamic tract, which forms medial meniscus. Other tracts which are seen in the medulla will be spinal thalamic tract, the same, yes, nucleothalamic tract, also the same, and there will be anterior spinal cerebellar tract, also the same as in the bones. And one more is posterior spinal cerebellar tract. It is also seen in the medulla, and here will be posterior and anterior. And anterior, it moves further upwards. And posterior, it goes through the inferior cerebellar peduncles into the cerebellum. And descending tracts. Descending tracts, pyramidal, extrapyramidal. Pyramidal tracts, they are located in the pyramids. So here we will find mostly corticospinal tracts and some least part of the corticonuclear tract, because most of the corticonuclear fibers have already terminated on the motor nuclei of cranial nerves. And here will be some less little parts of fibers which goes to the motor nucleus of the accessory nerve, which is located in the spinal cord. What happens with the corticospinal tract there? And there pyramidal decussation happens. Pyramidal decussation, it is the lower border of the medulla, or the upper border of the spinal cord. What happens in the pyramidal decussation? Here, 80% of corticospinal tracts decussate to form lateral corticospinal tracts, which move in the lateral funicles of the spinal cord and then terminate on the motor nuclei of the anterior horns of the spinal cord. And rest 20% of fibers, they don't decussate, they continue moving in the ventral part of the spinal cord, forming the anterior corticospinal tract, which further decussate in the spinal cord on the proper level, and also terminate on the nuclei of the anterior horn of the spinal cord. Questions?
No.
And the extrapyramidal tracts, they are also will be the same as we had previously in the bones. There will be rugospinal, tectospinal, reticulospinal, vestibulospinal, medial bundle, and one more added here is olivospinal tract. Questions? So, and the last part.